Welcome to my channel. My name is Chavez. I'm also known as A1C Hope, and people call me Vez, people call me Pooh. You know, it is what it is. But basically, this will be my brand new channel based off my military journey. I'm going to show basically start to I'm not going to say finish because I don't plan on leaving until, you know. So, but I said I don't plan on it. I didn't say that I was going to stay the full time, you know. But basically, this channel is basically just to show my experience and my journey going through my military experience, and I wanted to share it with you all. I know that when I first started, I was looking for videos that kind of catered to the Air National Guard, and I couldn't really find a lot. I couldn't find any. So I definitely wanted to be able to go through and answer people's questions and show them a little bit about what the Air National Guard is about, what it's like, how we function, and things like that. With that being said, I definitely will do a Q&A. I have plenty of videos planned for you all. I plan to show you literally everything that I can show you without, you know, giving away too much information. So a little bit about me. I am a single parent, and I joined the military at 29. I have 4 children, and they were a big part of the reason why I joined the military. I live in DC, and I'm a part of the DC Air National Guard. We are called the Capitol Guardians. Yes, the 113th wing. I'm super excited because, again, like I said, this was something I wanted to do. Or maybe I didn't say it, but this was something that I wanted to do for a very long time. And if I only get a chance to be able to do it, it's life-changing, honestly. There's a lot of things that happens within the Guard that people aren't aware of. I wasn't aware of, and it's a lot of good, you know. So I definitely want to be able to share these things with you all, and I definitely want to say and share with you all that all of the things that I put in my videos are basically my experience, okay? I can't speak for anybody else and tell you what anybody else has been through or what they've done to join, and, you know, what happened throughout their career. That's for them to, you know, speak to you about. I do plan to have some of the members from the wing in a couple of the videos just to share their experience and tell you about, you know, what things is like. Like, I know a lot of people want to know what basic is like. So, and I was one of those people who wanted to know everything. I was watching endless videos. You could not get me off YouTube watching videos of what it was going to be like. But again, we are the National Guard, and it is a lot of differences between the National Guard the reserves and active duty. It's a lot. There are a lot of differences, so I will go through some of the differences, not in this video, but like I said, I have plenty of videos planned for you all, so I definitely will put into some of the videos what, you know, the differences are, the pros and the cons, blah blah blah, you know. So I'm super excited to start this journey. I'm hoping I can take you all with me, you know. Any questions that you all have, please do not hesitate to ask. Put them down in the comment section below, and I will either put it in a video or I will respond to you. So please don't ever feel a way about asking questions. That's what you're supposed to do when you don't know or you want to know something. You ask questions. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions. Don't ever let anybody make you feel any type of way about asking questions, okay? So I'm going to share a little bit about my why, because that's one of the main things that people like to know, like, or maybe not like to know, but that's one of the things that they ask, like, what's your why? You don't have to share it with anybody. You could write it down. You could just keep it up, like, whatever you want to do. But people basically have a why. Like, why did you join? What was your purpose in joining? So one of the things that I put was training close to home. And with the National Guard, you basically go to you go to basic training, then you go to tech school, wherever your jobs training for your tech school is. You go to the tech school, and then you go back home. Basically, like if you live in Maryland, DC, Virginia, wherever, you go back to that state and you get to train close to home. And one of the reasons that I chose to do the National Guard was because I knew that I would be able to train close to home. At the time, I had a 1-year-old, and again, like I said, I'm a single parent. So, you know, it was important for me to to me to want to stay close to home and to be able to, you know, still have that sense of security for my children where they can, you know that I'm in the military, I'm serving my country, but I'm still here at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna leave you and go to a whole other state and be gone for 6 years, or leave and go to a whole another state and then have to uproot you and bring you with no family, no friends to another state. That wasn't something that I really wanted to do. I mean, at the time, if I have to, then, you know, of course, that's what I'm gonna do, because that's what I have to do. However, knowing that this was an option that I could train close to home is one of the things that really had me like, oh yes, I could do this. And again, with my daughter only being 1, it wasn't really something that I was big on wanting to leave and go to another state. Okay, so training close to home was one of the biggest things that I was really excited about, being able to join and train close to home. Okay, so the next thing is family. So again, like I said, I'm a single parent, and it's important for me to have that family bond, you know what I'm saying? Like, to, you know, be able to be comfortable and be around family and share certain things, you know, with family. Some things you might not want to share with friends and co-workers and things like that. You want to share with your family, you know, people who are close to you. And the one thing that I really like about the Guard is it's another family outside of your family. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have my family, okay, the one that I was born into, but then I have my military family. Like, I told my recruiter, like, when I joined, I realized that you all are people that I'm gonna take with me. Like, this is a lifelong journey with us. Like, we are locked in. It's a life lock, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they are super, super big on, like, you know, the family aspect of it. Like, we are all family, you know, and that's what the military, period, from what I've seen personally, is like, you have to already have that mentality, like, we're family, you know, I'm not gonna leave you behind. With no man left behind. I'm gonna make sure that if you're back here struggling, I'm gonna turn around and come back a few steps to help you. You know, you're only as fast as your slowest person. You get what I'm saying? So if you leave one behind, you still have to sit and wait for the one that you left behind to catch up. So why not just go back and carry them with you? You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, the way that they carry themselves within the Guard is just like one big family. Okay, so that, and then benefits. Okay, really quick, benefits are very good for anybody who's a single parent, first off, and then anybody, you know, who's just starting out. Like, there's a lot of people who are graduating high school, going straight to the military, and it's a great sense of security to be able to have a job that you're going to make sure you get a paycheck every 1st and the 15th, and then you also have benefits, whereas if something happens, you don't have to worry about paying a $1,000 hospital bill just for going to get your blood pressure checked. You know, something as simple as that. I know that before I signed up for my health care, I'm also a employee of the District of Columbia government. The benefits with that are really good. It's good, you know what I'm saying? Like, if in the civilian world, where you make so much money that this little bit of money coming out of your check every 2 weeks doesn't really matter. But in a sense, it does. You get what I'm saying? So, I work at the jail. I work in law enforcement, and the checks are amazing. Okay, the money that you make is great. And then again, like I said, you have all these amazing benefits. But difference between the Guard and benefits and the government and their benefits is my insurance for a family, which is myself and my 4 children, is $323 every pay period. Okay, now with the military, I gotta pay, I think it was like 32 or 63. I can't remember the exact number, but it's not $300. It's not even close. Okay, so it's definitely, and then like, so there was a lot of other things that I wanted to be able to do outside of the job that I have in the government, because I just feel like it wasn't giving me enough. It's not what I wanted to do. I was content for the time being because I was making money, making very good money, but it's not what I wanted to do, and I didn't love my job, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, joining the military is giving me a sense of security where I have a paycheck the 1st and the 15th. I have insurance to be able to, you know, cover my children and myself as well. You know, if something ever was to happen, if something ever happens to me, my kids will get a payout. They will get that too with my civilian job. But, you know, I just feel like with the military, we're covered. Like, there's a lot covered, and I feel like a lot of people who say, and I did have a lot of people say, you're joining the military, like, why would you do that? Why not? Like, while you sitting here struggling, I'm living free, you know, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm able to start my business, I'm able to start my YouTube, something that I wanted to do for a long time too, start my YouTube and start making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to capitalize off everything that I'm able to. I want to leave behind things for my children. I want to buy land. There's a lot of things that I want to do, and I'll be able to do within the military, as well as, you know, outside of the military, because of things that have been set into place for me because of the military. You know what I mean? Like, if you do your research, there's a lot that you could find out, you know, that you could benefit off of from serving your country. You get what I'm saying? So you just have to really be sure that this is what you want to do and look into it. Okay? So one other thing that I put was active guard. Okay, so the National Guard is basically like the reserves. Like, you go 1 week in a month and you do your job. And then after that, you go back home and then you go do your civilian job or whatever you are doing outside of the military. There's something called active guard, where you can get like a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. What? Stop what you're doing. As soon as I'm able to, I'm going to apply for jobs any job that I really like and would love to do, to be able to work 9 to 5 versus working my civilian job, where when the pandemic hit, we went from 8 hours to 12 hours. And then there's a lot of people who went from 8 hours to 12 hours. And there's some people who stayed 8 hours, which isn't fair. And then it says that after the state of emergency is lifted, we go back to 8-hour shifts. However, that did not happen for whatever reason. And now we're stuck in this 12-hour contract, and then we get drafted, which means that if people don't show up for their shift, if a number of people don't show up for their shift that relieves your shift, you have to stay and cover half that shift. So you stay an additional 4 hours. By law in the state of Maryland, you cannot work over 16 hours. So you stay the additional 4 hours and it makes 16, you know. So it's really, and again, a lot of BS that you don't have to go through in the military. So it's just like, you know, it's a lot. But again, research, do your research before you do anything. Before you sign any contract, do your research. Okay? And I can't wait to be able to get me an active guard job. Okay? And then I think the last one I have is recruiters. Okay, my recruiter is the best. He was so on top of everything, you know. He stayed on top of everything. He always made sure that he checked up on you and he holds you accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is amazing. His name is he actually just got promoted. He is now a tech sergeant in the Air Force. His name is Tech Sergeant Lancaster. I'm so proud of you. I love him, like, absolutely. I love him. He's a part of my family. Family is what you make it. And I have made him and one of the other recruiters, and then one of the other girls who was in my student flight, which I will explain what student flight is in another video. I've made them my family. I absolutely love them. If you have a recruiter that you are not completely comfortable with and you feel like they aren't doing their part for you, drop them. drop them, okay? I was going through a whole situation with my previous recruiter before I got the one that I have now, and he got dropped. Don't be afraid to, first of all, people in the military, I think that when people who aren't in the military first sign up and start to, you know, do things to get recruited in, they're kind of intimidated because the military is intimidating, okay? So with that, I understand, you know, that you could be a little bit intimidated, a little bit nervous and things like that, and that's normal. I'm not saying don't be nervous or anxious, but don't be intimidated and don't feel disrespected, okay? Don't feel like you can't ask questions. Like I said in the beginning, don't feel like you can't ask questions. If you feel like someone that's supposed to be helping you, such as your recruiter, isn't doing what you feel they should be doing for you, drop them immediately and start with another recruiter. Sometimes you may have to start over, but that's fine. Like, if you have to start over with a new recruiter, it's better to start over with a new recruiter where you're comfortable and your questions are being answered, your phone calls are being answered, and your text messages or whatever are being returned. That's somebody that you want to work with, not somebody who doesn't return your phone calls for weeks or days at a time, who responds to text messages close to midnight. You know, like, that's unacceptable and it's unprofessional. Okay, so if you're not comfortable with the recruiter that you have, drop them. And by all means, drop them, okay? So, did I say that any thoughts and opinions that I share are mine and my own and not that of the Air Force? I hope I said that, because I'm going to tell y'all some stuff. Again, nothing that's going to get me in trouble. Nothing that I am not supposed to share. Just things that I know I can share. But I know I can tell you to drop your recruiter if they're not doing what you want them to do. Okay? So, yeah. Drop their ass and get with somebody else who you feel comfortable with. And if you're looking to join the DC Air National Guard, which is a great place for you, you can always go on the homepage. You can go on the Facebook page. You can also connect in the comments below. I'm gonna put Staff Sergeant, he's not a Staff Sergeant anymore, Tech Sergeant Lancaster's information, his phone number and things like that in the description. I'm gonna put Sergeant Mac. Shout out to Sergeant Mac. He's super dope. And like, they really invest in you because they know, like, you know what it's like. Again, family oriented. I couldn't run. I couldn't do my run and things like that. Like, it was a lot of things that I needed to work on, and that they tried to help you get situated before you go to basic so that you don't fall behind or so that you don't fail in basic. They try to get you ready prior to, you know what I mean? So, and they don't have to do that. They don't have to run with you. They don't have to come in on their days off to work out with you. They don't have to do any of that. But when they're invested and they're good people, like how Sergeant Mac and Sergeant Lancaster are, you definitely want to keep those people around you, keep those people in your circle, okay? So I'm going to leave it here. Like I said, I have a lot of videos that I want to share with you all. A lot of things that I have been through within my short amount of time, being with the Air National Guard. And I'm super excited to share everything. All of the things that I can share with you, I'm going to share. I'm ready to share everything that I can with you. So please be on the lookout for more videos, and make sure that if you have any questions, you put them all down in the comment section below. Please do not hesitate to ever ask any questions down below, okay? So, yes, it's been fun, and I definitely look forward to seeing you all in the comments and answering any questions that you all may have. And this is the nation's princess, and I'm excited. I hope to see you all in the next video. Look in your eyes, it is dangerous. Grateful I had all the patience.